It was, what was it, guys? Where woke up, heard Justin Fields gets carted off. When was that? When was it? Was it just last week? Was it 1 week ago today?
Tuesday?
Could it have been? Was it 1 week ago today? I forget when it was.
Friday.
No, Thursday or Friday.
It was late last week.
Yeah, it was late last week.
I mean, all these days just mold together here, right?
Jeff fan.
So, yeah, you've got the New York Jets watching their quarterback limp off into a cart, get carted off, and needing an MRI on a toe. And I'll be honest, I thought it was the end of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron Glenn was kind of like, hey, everybody, just take a breath. And he said that after he found out it was much ado about something, but not something so great that he's out for the rest of the preseason, let alone week one, and let alone the entire season. And my response was, Aaron, you haven't been around a while,
Been away
a long time, All of us Jets fans, we crawl into our shine boxes when quarterbacks get hurt, and all the hopes are in that quarterback's basket. And long story short, guess who spoke today about his toe?
Oh.
Justin Fields. Hit it.
I mean, yeah, at first it just, felt, we get our feet stepped on all the time at practice, so it just felt normal at first when I first got stepped on. But I tried walking off and it felt weird, like something was almost stuck in my toe. So I didn't really know what to think. I just knew something was wrong. So I just went on the sidelines and got carted and got the MRI and X-ray. And luckily they said it was just dislocated it. So, God was definitely looking out that day, but, I'm glad to be back on the field working.
Are you wearing any special cleat or anything to protect your toe?
Yeah, I just got this little plastic cover. My man Zuff came with it, so almost like a little steel toe, but it's a plastic toe. But we kind of came up with that idea, and just to try to protect it for these next couple of weeks.
If only Aaron Rodgers could have used a plastic cover.
Plastic boot.
Just
Here, coach.
You know what I mean? Like, he goes and gets sacked, and then he doesn't get up.
No.
And then he hobbles off the field, and he hobbles into the locker room, and he's done for the year. And his entire 2-year tenure with the Jets goes right down the tubes in 4 snaps. Yeah. I wish there was a plastic covering for that. I wish there was a plastic covering for the wounds. But there's a new Aaron in town, and Fields is good, and it looks like we will see him for week 1. If it's all it is, just let's put a little plastic on it. You can get out there. Get out there with the plastic on it. And now it's about the Aaron that's there. And it's about the Aaron that's there selling what he's trying to sell and everybody trying to buy it. And the questions about how different it is. Listen, it's going to be different because last year they had a coach for 5 weeks and then an interim coach the rest of the time. And a 40-year-old quarterback who was the one guy that everybody was following in terms of tone setting and everything else. Now there's a 26-year-old with a plastic covering on his foot. And the Aaron who's laying down how things are to be done is Glenn, the HC. And Garrett Wilson with quite an interesting comment from the podium today about how things are different in this Jets camp.
Yeah, just the competitiveness. The not just talking about being competitive. Like, no, you got to train that way. It's got to feel like that at practice. It's got to feel like if you lose, it sucks at practice. It can't just be, we'll turn it on when the game comes, right? And I think that's the main thing that I see that's different. Just the way we're practicing, the intensity, the stakes. It feels like there's stakes. Depending on which period it is, the stakes feel higher based on whether it's a competition red zone or a 2-minute. It feels like you won the drill when you won the drill, right? And it feels like you lost when you lost. And to me, that's how I like it. It's practice, yes, but there's also an opportunity to practice winning and get that feeling and what it takes to just do it, right, on a consistent basis. And I think it starts out here. So
when I heard that, this is what I thought. Last year's Aaron and the year before that, during training camp, and for the first 4 snaps of the season. Do you think that Aaron was trying to communicate to the teammates that there are stakes in every single snap of practice? Don't you think that Aaron communicated that? I do. Listen, I know the way you feel about the chewing bark Aaron Rodgers. No, that Rodgers absolutely was, in my estimation, telling everybody, every snap counts, guys. This gets us better. I would think that a veteran quarterback of Rodgers' stature would say that. The whole point of it, like, you don't think so? You're making a face over there.
I just, the guy who said we need to focus on everything
outside of football
and all
right.
the outside stuff needs to go away, but who couldn't stop doing all of the outside stuff and saying about
right.
I just find it hard to believe that guy was like locked in 24/7.
I just find it interesting that because let's just then assume from my thought process here.
Yeah.
A quarterback named Aaron is saying every snap counts. We got to play like your hair's on fire, even in practice. We saw what happened. And Aaron says it now. He's the HC, and there's a sense of urgency. Maybe because the HC can cut you.
Yeah, I like the vibe.
As opposed to, hey, if the quarterback doesn't like you, maybe the HC is going to cut you. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of different when it comes from the head coach. And you know how I feel about Saleh. And Saleh would be all gas, no brakes. You remember he was the guy who was looking at receipts, keeping CVS long-style receipts.
He said all the right things.
Did.
Saleh was a good front man.
He did. But it just didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
You ain't got no haters, you ain't popping.
Right. And so
I like that.
So, and he's a great coach.
Oh, yeah.
I bet you we're having Brock Purdy on later this week. He's scheduled to appear. Obviously, he's on the offensive side of the football. But any defensive player for sure, or he will speak to it, they will say Saleh's return as the defensive coordinator there will make a massive difference in San Francisco.
Yeah, I buy that.
Which I also believe satisfies the thought process of many Niners fans who've been thinking that since he left to go be the HC of the Jets. But my point is just like it helps when the HC is the one delivering the message about urgency.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show live weekdays from 12 to 3 p.m. Eastern on Roku Sports Channel in the U.S.